friends, welcome back again to my channel. Please, if you're not subscribed before to my channel, please subscribe, share my videos and give my video a thumbs up. In this video I'm going to show you how to draft your basic skirt, at the same time how to convert it to pencil skirts, depend on your desire or the design you want to sew. So yeah, I have a plain piece of paper, so I'm going to start drafting the front panel of the skirt. So the length of my skirt today I'm going to be using is 20.5. Then I'm going to add 1 inch for sewing allowance, making it 21.5. So I'm going to start from the bottom here like this. So from here 22, so I'm going to draw a straight line from here to this place. That's to show the length of my skirt. I'll draw at the length of my skirt. So the next thing I'm going to do, from this place I'm going to draw an horizontal line straight down as well. That will be for my waist. Next thing I'm going to do here, from my waist point, I'm going to measure from my waist to my hip. What I have for myself is 7 inches, so I'm going to take away 1 inch because I'm going to add the waistband. So I'll measure at 6 inches. So from here to there, my waist to my hip is 6 inches. So I mark it and I draw it out. So yeah, for my waist I'm going to start putting in my horizontal measurement, which is also called round measurement. So on this place is my waist. My waist is 39.5 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance and plus 1 inch for that gives me 41.5. So I'm going to divide 41.5 by 4, which gives me 10.4. So on this line I'm going to put 10.4 here. So yeah, my 10.4, I already marked at 10.4. For my hip is 45 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance gives me 46, divided by 4 gives me 11.8. So I'll go here like this. I'll put in my 11.8, which I've marked out. So I'm going to do here, I'm going to rule it out like this. Follow the shape like this. That's my hip curve. I'll rule it out like so. Then the length of my skirt, remember, is 20.5 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance, make it 21.5. So I'm going to take away 1 inch for my waistband, because if I put my waistband, it's going to be equal to the length of the skirt. So I take away 1 inch. So I'm going to mark at 29. I'm going to mark at 19.5 here. From here, 19.5. Then I'll add 1 inch for sewing allowance, as 20.5. So I'm going to draw a straight line down this way. So I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a straight line straight down to meet this place, straight from there straight down. On my hips placed like this, I'm going to measure the length of the hip. So what I have here is 6 divided by 2 gives me 3. So at this spot here, I'll rise it up at the midpoint by ½ inch, yeah, like so. Then at this top here, I'll lift it up by ½ inch as well, because our hip is curvy. So I'm going to use that line to connect a curve to this place to make it curvy. Place this my curve ruler, I'll place it like so to meet the point here and to meet the point here. Our human beings, our hip is always curvy, so I'm going to curve it out now. That is for the hip. So I bring here up by 1 inch. So the next thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to bring out my breast span measurement. My breast span measurement is 4. Then divide it by, my breast span measurement is 8. Divided by 2 gives me 4. So I will go here like this. I'll bring out my 4 from here. This is 4. This is where I'm going to insert my darts. So I bring it out for here. That is 4. Remember, you have to have your half an inch for sewing allowance, which is 4.5. So I'll put here 4.5 at this spot here. So on both sides, I'll take half an inch on both sides as well. On this side as well, half an inch. It has to be 2 inches above the hip line. So I'll mark out 2 inches here. So I'll mark it out. So I'm going to draw a straight line to make the spot here, like so. That's for my dart. So I'll just connect the dart to make this spot here, like this. And this side as well, connect it to make this spot, like so. So at this center of my dart, I'm going to lift it up by half an inch up, like this, half an inch. So I'll just connect this dart upwards, like so, like this, to be this spot. I'm going to use my hand, sorry friends. So I've connected up like this, just for the dart. So yeah, I'm going to connect a hip curve to meet the midpoint of my skirts. At this spot that I raised up by half an inch, I'll connect it upwards like this, the curve, then like this as well, just to make this curve here, like so. Let me make it up a bit, because the reason why I'm doing this, we need this for like for a sewing allowance as well. Because if you go bring it down by 1 inch, you know, it's going to affect, you know, there will be not a lot of sewing allowance at this space. So it's always better to lift it up for sewing allowance. You can use this as a sewing allowance, add it up with other material as well. That is what you need for the front pattern for the basic skirt. So if you want to make it like a pencil skirt, you want to change the shape, you don't want the straight skirt, you want it to be pencil. So what you just do is, depending on how pencil you want it, you can just simply subtract 1.5 from your hip measurement from here. Then you can put the what you got here on this place. So yeah, I'm going to, my hip measurement was 11.8, so I'm going to take out 2 inches from it, so it will give me 9.7.5. so I'll just make it 9.8, like a random. So I'll go here at the bottom here like this, I'll make it 9.8. This is 9.8 here. So from here, I'm just going to connect a straight line to make that spot here. That will be the pencil skirt. You see the way I place this ruler here? Simply place it like this to meet this, from this spot to the spot you measured out. So I'm just going to place it like this, then you just draw it straight down. So from there, that's your pencil skirt. You can see the shape has changed, it's more penciled. So the next thing we're going to do is the back pattern. For the back pattern, I'm going to simply, remember this is my zip allowance, my 2 inches for zip allowance. So I'm going to place my front pattern on top of it like this. If you like, you can pin it up if you want to. Then I'll mark out my waist, then I'll mark out my hip. So now that I mark it out, so I'll take this off like this, then I'll draw a horizontal line or a round line. Another word, they mean round line as well. Just draw it straight down to meet this spot. So this is the back pattern. Remember, I traced out the vertical line for the hip, and for the waist. So now I'm going to put in my horizontal measurement. Yeah, just the same way I did at the back as well. For the horizontal measurement, that is, the waist is 10.4, I put 10.4 here. Then the hip is 11.8, I put 11.8 here. So for the dart here, remember this one inches here, which I've already marked out, is for zip allowance. So for here the back, the dart will be 5.5. Remember my breast part was 8 divided by 4 gives me, sorry, divided by 2 gives me 4, plus 1 inch plus half an inch of sewing allowance gives me 4.5, plus this zipper allowance here gives me 5.5. So I'll go here like this, make sure 5.5 from there, from zipper allowance top here, 5.5. I'll put it here like so. Then I'm going to mark it out for you to see. Mark it out like this. For the hip side, I'll go up the same way. I'll go above the hip by 1 inches here. Then from there I'll draw in my dart. So let me mark the 1 inches. I already mark it down, and then I'll draw in my dart straight to meet the 1 inch at the top of the hip. I'll take half an inch on both sides for the dart as well, half an inch. I've drawn the line for the dart, which is 1 inch above my hip. So on this side I'll take half an inch. I'll mark out half an inch. From this side as well, I'll mark out half an inch. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to connect this dot to that dot and this dot to this dot. Just the same way I did the front, I connect the hip just the same way. Midpoint half an inch. The same way I bring the midpoint by half an inch upwards. Just the same way I did the front as well. Half an inch like this. Then I'll draw out the hip curve. Then at this spot here, I'll bring it up by half an inch as well. Let me use my hand to draw it. Then I'll connect this dot to this dot and this dot to this dot. And at this place, draw the hip curve like so. Let me use this side. Same hip curve like this to connect this spot. Now our hip is curvy. So that's for the hip. So the next thing, I'm going to draw a straight line down for the length. So connect it straight down now, like so, straight down like this. So now that I've connected the skirt down, so you can see it looks like a basic skirt. So if you want to change it to a pencil skirt, like I said, take 2 inches from the hip line, minus 2 inches from the hip line. So once you get at the hip line, you put it here and you draw a line to meet that spot. As easy as A, B, and C. So skirt, just like I did the front pattern, you subtract what you have for your hip by 2, depending on how pencil you want it to be, or by 1.5. Then what you get, you put it at the length of your skirt here. So my hip was 11.8, so I'm going to take away 2 inches, so it will give me 9.8. So I'll go here like this. I put in 9.8, which I've already done. So you now connect your ruler from this spot here to this spot. Then you get your pencil skirt. You now transfer it from basic skirt to pencil skirt. If you don't want to pens, just leave it just on that first line, straight down. So for the waistband, you know I took out 1 inches from the length. So that 1 inches, you're going to take 2 inches and a half. You're going to use that half for sewing it to this top here, to attach the belt to the waistband to the main body of the skirt. So I made a copy. Let's say I'm just this an illustration. This, for example, is 2 inches. Sorry, is the 2 inches by length, 2.5 inches like by length. Then by here is 41.5. So if you want to cut it, you can fold it up like this, make it to be equal. You divide it by 2, get 20.8. So you see this length here I have here, straight down 41.5. Then if you fold it like this,